the zoo has come to town. Thank you for letting us come in here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Looks like is there anybody else in here? All right, one of the few. Okay. So we are, let's see. We're going to get, how many people, Nick? How many donuts do we need to get?
I would get a couple dozen, sir.
A couple dozen? Okay. I'm sorry, Nick? Okay, yeah. She doesn't want to be on film, guys, so just cut her out of anything. Appreciate that, man. I'm JD Vance. I'm running for vice president. Good to see you.
Okay.
We're going to do 2 dozen.
Okay.
Yep. And just a random assortment of stuff here. How long have you worked here?
I've been here since the beginning of July.
Okay.
For this year.
Okay, good. How about you, sir?
Almost 2 years.
Okay, good. How long is it?
Everything.
Just everything, yeah. I mean, a lot of glazed here, some sprinkle stuff, some of these cinnamon rolls, just whatever makes sense.
Ma'am, if you don't want to be on film, you're good. If you don't want to be on film, you're okay.
Yeah. How long has this place been around?
About 4 years.
About 4 years? Okay. How long have you been here?
A little over 6 months.
Okay, good.
Oh, nothing, just JD Vance's first day on Earth. And look, I don't want to be hard on the guy. It's difficult to learn how to encounter normal human beings when most of your time is spent issuing written dictates on what rights should be stripped away from broad swaths of the population because they don't comport with your narrow worldview. I mean, not for nothing, but when even the donut people have so much oozing contempt for you that they don't want to be part of your photo op to show how you can be a fun, normal dude, that's probably saying something. And let's be clear, that would be bad enough unto itself. But did you hear the things that Vance was saying to try and strike up some casual conversation? He asked everyone the exact same question, how long have you worked here? That's the question? That's how you're going to pretend to connect with regular people? By collecting data on their employment history? Is this a campaign stop or an audit? Granted, this has been a long-standing issue at JD Vance. Remember, here was the first introduction to the American people as VP he had, and, well, didn't go great.
It is the weirdest thing to me. Democrats say that it is racist to believe, well, they say it's racist to do anything. I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday and one today. I'm sure they're going to call that racist too, but it's good. I love you guys. But
JD Vance is where charisma goes to die. Like, I'm sorry, but do you know how off-putting you have to be to make Ron DeSantis seem like Barack Obama? And that's actually further underscored by the fact that his counterpart, Tim Walz, oozes authenticity. For as phony as JD Vance is, this is who Walz is.
Now, I grew up in Butte, Nebraska, a town of 400 people. I had 24 kids in my high school class, and none of them went to Yale. But I'll tell you what, growing up in a small town like that, you learn how to take care of each other. That family down the road, they may not think like you do. They may not pray like you do. They may not love like you do, but they're your neighbors. And you look out for them, and they look out for you. Everybody belongs, and everybody has a responsibility to contribute. For me, it was serving in the Army National Guard. I joined up 2 days after my 17th birthday, and I proudly wore our nation's uniform for 24 years. My dad, a Korean War era Army veteran, died of lung cancer a couple years later. He left behind a mountain of medical debt. Thank God for Social Security survivor benefits. And thank God for the GI Bill that allowed my dad and me to go to college, and millions of other Americans. You know, you might not know it, but I haven't given a lot of big speeches like this. But I have given a lot of pep talks. So let me finish with this, team. It's the fourth quarter. We're down a field goal, but we're on offense and we've got the ball. We're driving down the field. And boy, do we have the right team. Kamala Harris is tough. Kamala Harris is experienced, and Kamala Harris is ready. Our job for everyone watching is to get in the trenches and do the blocking and tackling. 1 inch at a time, 1 yard at a time, 1 phone call at a time, 1 door knock at a time, 1 $5 donation at a time. Look, we got 76 days. That's nothing. There'll be time to sleep when you're dead. We're going to leave it on the field. That's how we'll keep moving forward. That's how we'll turn the page on Donald Trump. That's how we'll build a country where workers come first. Healthcare and housing are human rights. And the government stays the hell out of your bedroom. That's how we make America a place where no child is left hungry, where no community is left behind, where nobody gets told they don't belong. That's how we're going to fight. And as the next president of the United States always says, when we fight, when we fight, when we fight, thank you.
Even Obama pointed out that the dude is real.
Let me tell you something. I love this guy. Tim is the kind of person who should be in politics. Born in a small town, served his country, taught kids, coached football, took care of his neighbors. He knows who he is, and he knows what's important. You can tell those flannel shirts he wears don't come from some political consultant. They come from his closet, and they have been through some stuff.
I discussed this point in a sit-down interview with Gavin Newsom at the DNC.
We all want to be loved. We all need to be loved. We all want to be protected, connected. We all want to be respected. And Tim Walz is one of those guys, he'll never talk down to someone. He'll never talk past someone. And you feel that. And that's a universal value, and I think it makes him universally appealing and profoundly potent as a VP candidate.
So look, Vance will certainly try and shove himself in front of more and more voters in his desperation to fix what is irrevocably broken. But the problem isn't just his negative charisma, it's his whole perverse worldview. This idea that he will discount your very humanity if you don't live like him, if you don't pray the way he prays and love the way he loves and read what he reads. Republicans will beat their chests about freedom, but in fact they only believe in the freedom to comport themselves how they want you to. That's not freedom, and Americans are finally catching on to the reality of what they're being sold.